All right. Well, anyway, what I'm saying is, I feel like it's a sad situation because we've been through so much for so long. And I feel like if we don't start fighting back as a whole entire race, then we will lose this battle. We've been in war all this time. We've been in warfare the whole time. So now it's time for black people to stand up and actually take some action. That's how I feel about that situation.
Would that be in the form of protesting like they're doing now?
Well, I'm going to say this. Protesting is really not getting things done. It's okay that they holding up signs and marching and going, oh, that's all fine and good, but it's not getting action done. We need some action going on. So the system will know that we mean business. We're not out here playing because you have these cops out here killing our kids, our family, our husbands, our wives. They're doing whatever they want to do to us. And it's supposed to be okay. Well, it's not okay. Everybody needs to stand up and start fighting back. For your kids, for yourself, for your dignity, for humanity.
So basically what we're looking at, if we don't stand up and fight back, we're looking at basically they're trying to just complete the rest of genocide.
Exactly.
Let me add to that. Well, there's a thing that I see we could do. We could stop accepting the European ideology, the concepts, the behavior. Those are two things that I would say that we need to stop doing. We need to revolutionize our thinking, and then make sure we have the correct behavior and the correct thoughts behind the behavior. So that's one thing I think we could do. We have to be very strategic in how you revolutionize. So
I have a question for you. When you say behavior, can you be more specific when you say that?
Well,
I want you to break that down for me when you say behavior.
Okay, let me give you
I want to know, and the reason why I asked you that because I want to know what's the behavior when they were standing what's the guy that just recently killed Floyd, George Floyd, when they was in his neck?
This is
I'm not. What type of behavior did they have with Arbery when he was jogging?
Okay, let me give you an example. First of all, we wouldn't repeat that type of behavior where we say, okay, I don't like a person of another racial group and then attack them. That's a behavior that we can't repeat. That's one example. This is what I'm saying about behavior. I'm saying taking on the personality of the white European ideology. Let me give you a specific example. So when we go to college, and we go to college to go get education, to go get information that supposedly that's going to benefit us and build us up and all of that. But if you notice anything about college, and I put this in one of my last papers, if you go to school during the day and you do all this studying and go into classes, and then in the evening you get drunk, you fornicate, and you take drugs in the evening as a college student. Now I wouldn't say that that's appropriate behavior to a conducive, healthy society, and that's a behavior that at most colleges, I would say that's a European type of ideology. So I would recommend that when we go to any learning institutions, we don't come back in the evening and destroy our brain cells and fornicate and get diseases or get pregnancies and stuff like that, and thinking that it's okay. Now, I wouldn't say this if I wasn't a participant in some of the idiotic type of, behavior. So this is what I mean. We need to not copycat what they do. That's one thing. That's one example, because we do that. You know, we'll go get blitzed and drunk. We'll take some drugs and think that it's okay, and we try to justify it. This is what I mean by changing our mindset. Come with a different ideology about life. So did that help a little bit, what I was trying to bring across?
Well, yeah, I get some of what you're saying, but
Okay.
now this is what I want to tell you
Uh-huh.
about that ideology.
Yes.
I don't think that if they wouldn't have put the drugs out here or the alcohol for our people to get out here to get belligerent and irate and get drunk and do those things to get involved in the European part of it, I feel like that we wouldn't have that behavior from the get-go. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh yeah, I mean when it's available, but if you listen to Neely Fuller, he said that that when the white supremacists approached the Native American, they said, "Oh, Chief." He gave an example. He said, "Hey, Chief, come on, this liquor will make you, see two mountains, or, make you, and he said that they'll sit there and participate in the same behavior, but they'll watch you, when you're doing it and making sure that you do it to a point where it's going to affect you in an adverse way." Like when they did start taking on alcohol, the Native American tribes, it started messing them up. And then you're easier to be conquered and controlled when you're not in the correct state of mind. These are the things that I've been looking at closely, is our behavior in taking on the personality of your oppressor. We can't do that. So that's one thing that I was saying. That's one thing that we could do to stop being like them. I got a paper called "Why Do You Chase the Devil?" And why are you doing these things that are incorrect, and you know they are, but then you turn around and justify why you're doing it. I was a person that did that, so I can identify with that. And now that I've come to a point in my life where I don't do certain things to destroy myself, now I can speak on it, and then I could be a part of this reform, ideology versus I'm going to still kick it like they do. We can't as African people, we can't kick it like the Europeans, because if we going to be like them, it's a fallacy. You can't be like them because you're not them.
Well, can I add this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Depending on where a person are in their development, at age 20, I couldn't expect you to have the mindset of a person at age 50. So, and it's a learning experience, and it's a gradual growth process for some. Everybody at 20 doesn't do the things that a 50-year-old could do, or a 40-year-old. So sometimes people have to experience some things and grow from them to be able to look back on those and say, hey, this is what I did. I wish I would have did better, but you can always do better starting today and going forward. So that's dealing with reality. That's also a mindset that's wanting to grow. Everybody's not that way, but at least you can put it out there and people will be able to see. And when you plant a seed, the seed can grow. So, and sometimes it don't grow with everybody. Some people learn faster than others. Some people learn a little, and some people don't even change at all. And we know you and I both know of guys that are in their 50s that are still acting like they're 20s.
Well, they have the mindset of an environment that's not conducive to healthy living. And where did you get that mindset? I don't care if I was 20 years old, 30 years old, 40 years old. I was trying to justify my bull crap. That's what I was doing.
You're coming with the real now. You identified it.
Yeah, but
everybody can't do it.
Okay. So this is what I'm talking about, Brother Iration. This is exactly what I'm talking about. We need to reform to the point where our children don't have to grow up and partake in behavior that's very dysfunctional for them. We definitely got to get to that point.
That's why the breakdown of the family family structure comes into play. If you had that good, strong family background, good, strong mother and father working on the same page, understanding what we're talking about right now, you can start instilling those things into the children at an early age. And like I said, the children learn. It's designed to learn from both mother and father.
Yes.
So, yeah, okay, I agree with you. That process could be started a lot earlier, and when you get to your 20s, you won't even be dealing with that. And
That's right.
that.
Well, I was running my mouth a little bit too much. This is for this interview is supposed to be for Sister C, so I'm a go ahead and I want to go back to asking you questions because we really need to hear from our sisters. We really do.
Okay.
So, Brother Iration, next question, or are we nearing the end?
To see here, is there any areas of improvement that you can see that the black man need to make and step forward to stabilize his role more as a man of the head of the household? Is there anything? We know we're working with factors that negative. The news media put out that are negative. Everything they show about black people and especially black men usually are negative. Okay. Mm-hmm. So is there anything in your opinion that the black male can improve on?
Well, only thing I know that a black man can improve on is getting him a strong-minded black woman.
Somebody to work with.
Somebody to work with. I mean, I can't sit up here and say that he's doing anything wrong and out of the ordinary because he's doing it all that he can. I mean, he's doing everything that he knows to do to keep his family together.
Those that are family oriented.
Those that are family oriented. Exactly. That are family oriented.
So there are some external factors that are really working against the stabilization and the growth of the black family externally. Yeah. And the male and the female have to recognize that that's just one of the steps in development as strengthening the family. Mm-hmm. And if you have a strong family, you're going to have strong children.
Exactly. They're going to have the same ethics as you do, as long as you can instill those ethics in them. You and that strong black person, male or female.
Okay.
Another question.
Yes.
What if the male is weak? What are some things that the male could do to improve himself? If the male is weak.
Well, if the male is a weak man, he's going to first have to not accept everything that his mate is dishing out to him. Because here's the thing: if she knows she can run over you, she's going to keep doing it. So unless you step up to the plate and let her know, hey, I'm the head of this household. I'm the man of this. I'm the captain of this ship. And she's the one that's supposed to be not behind you, but beside you. Okay? So you unless she understands that and that man step up to the plate and not take everything from that woman, she's going to continue to, and sometimes in certain situations, it gets worse, because she knows his weak point. She knows how to go at it. She knows what tears him down. So she's going to keep at it, and she's going to keep at it until you put that first foot forward to say, okay, I've had enough, and I'm walking away from this situation. If you can't do better than what you're doing towards me, and I know what I am to you, it's time for me to walk away from this situation.
That's right. Absolutely. I agree with you on that one, Sister C. So in other words, man got to put his foot down.
He got to put his foot down.
And that don't mean that it has to be physically or anything like that.
You don't have to look. Yeah. You don't have to fight with physical. With no one.
You let them know you mean business.
You just gotta let them know you mean business.
And if they ain't gonna walk in the righteous steps with you,
then you know how to keep walking by yourself.
Hey, like my mother used to say. This is what my mother used to say. Well, peace don't abide, let the footsteps slide.
Exactly. Does that answer your question?
Well, it does. When I'm looking at, some of these males, when I'm looking at weakness, I'm looking at their just the weakness, I guess, from being downtrodden and maybe alcoholism, maybe drugs, or the effects of this society on the black male, and it just beat him down. I guess that's more of maybe that's an individual thing, or a male has to pick himself up in some kind of way.
He has to build his self-esteem back up. He has to start loving himself first.
Yeah.
Another question I would like to throw in there. Now I want to know, in your estimation, are there any negative effects from males being raised without fathers, single-parent homes?
Well, I can truthfully say this because I have two grown sons of my own, and they've been raised by without their father, and it can truthfully have a negative effect against them.
Some, okay.
Because here's the thing: a woman can't teach a young man how to become a man.
Okay.
So it takes a man to really instill that being a man, how to become a man in him, and not only just instill it in him, but he has to show him and be that role model for him to say, hey, I'm a man, so I'm gonna teach you how to be what I am.
Well, now let me ask you this. Now let's just say if a woman had a man like that, and he was trying to teach the male how to be a man, and the woman was interjecting and getting in the way.
Well, see, that's the problem. She's not supposed to interject. She's supposed to let that man be that man, and let that man teach that boy how to become a man.
So let the lion roar.
Exactly. You cannot. How he's going to be able to come in and show this young man how to be decent, how to be obedient, how to have respect, not only for him but for himself, but for his mother and his father. So how he's going to be able to show him how to do all of this if she's intervening every time her husband or his father or whoever he may be to the young man say something.
So actually, it starts to send mixed messages to the kids. And normally when the children get mixed messages, they usually run to the weaker source.
And that's right.
And that's a problem.
It will be a problem.
So then you start having these males that a lot of them really don't have no backbone. Oh, and you know what? I just really had one other question that would really. This topic came up before.
Okay, Brother Iration. So when you finish that question, I got another question, and then to kind of move on, because we coming up on almost the end of the hour, and I want to make it where it's just about an hour. And what I think both of you were saying, that the male and the female that's in the household has to be on the same page. Is that what you guys were saying?
They have to be on the same page. And then I want to ask you this question. Now, have you heard of mothers sleeping in the bed with their 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19-year-old sons?
No, not unless they want to.
Not in a sexual nature, but they're able to let them sleep in their bed or in the bed with them.
Let me tell you something.
Yes.
No woman on the face of God's kingdom with common sense would want to get in the bed with their 13, I'm going to say, it can be 10.
Okay.
And up.
Okay.
Son.
Right.
No woman is going to get in the bed unless she's doing something she has no business. And that's being a sexual abuser to her son or he's vice versa. But
well, I mean, they had this topic one time where the women were saying, my son can get it. I mean, not to have sex with him, but I'm just still saying.
That is a sick individual.
I think something is wrong with that picture. Not to me. My 8, 9, 7-year-old daughter couldn't get in the bed with me. They got in my bed, they could have the bed.
Exactly.
Right.
That's a sick individual.